Nolan.
When will Black people recognize that your child is not white? So I posted a video about this individual, and I did not speak how I normally speak because I'm just tired of the whole conversation. I'm not gonna keep speaking up for young Black men who don't even date young Black girls. I'm not gonna keep speaking up for people, for Black women or women in general who have Black children and you don't raise them to be Black and they think that they're white. Disrespectfully. Disrespectfully. We cannot keep supporting people.
Disrespectfully, she said. Thank you, Jar Choco, for the jewels. Appreciate you.
Who allow their children to think that they're equal to white people. Literally, y'all,
imagine saying those words, y'all. Your children, you have your children thinking that they're equal to white people. That sounds crazy. So now, Black people, y'all, because you're not talking about me. So y'all not equal to white people? So y'all consider yourself second-class citizens on your own after all the things that the ancestors did? So now you don't think that so you're scared of white people and you don't think you're as good as white people. That's where y'all are with this? That's where y'all are with, like, this is where y'all at? And y'all think this makes sense?
who have Black children and you don't raise them to be Black and they think that they're white. Disrespectfully. Disrespectfully. We cannot keep supporting people who allow their children to think that they're equal to white people. Literally, y'all, the day that this story came out, I was on my way to take my son to the camp and something in my spirit say, Tatiana, don't you fucking do it. I turned my Black ass around. My son's not going. Listen, I'm not gonna play with y'all. 5 hours later, I seen this story. Our children are not going to be able to have the same experiences as white kids. If it's an all-white camp, my kid's not going. We can't keep putting our children in predicaments where they could be harmed. We can't keep doing that. You're sacrificing your children as Black people. Why would me, a full-blown Black woman, keep speaking up for young Black men who don't even engage with their community correctly? You should be dating Black young girls. If you're a Black young man, you date young Black girls. If you don't do that, you're a white supremacist to me. Why are you dating a young white girl for? Why is your whole friend group white? I don't care. You need to have Black in there somewhere, and if you don't, that means you hate your people. Like on some real shit. Where's the mama talking? Where's the daddy? How am I gonna speak up more than the family? Carmelo Anthony, girlfriend was Mexican. That nigga had shit Black around him. What are y'all saying? A lot of Black people are sacrificing their children because y'all want them to have a white experience and they're never going to have that. They're Black. Them white kids are going to try to take their life. Literally. Y'all don't understand that. Y'all don't understand that your kids will never be equal, no matter the education, no matter the college. HBCUs was created by the slave masters' wives. They were dedicated to the slave masters' wives. Nothing in America is truly comes from, listen, man, if your father, son, cousin, uncle does not date Black women and they die, I'm not speaking up for them no more. And I mean that. I ain't got shit to do with that.
Of course you do. I see where she's coming from too. She's coming from the same bitch asses as Ricky and the rest of them that's telling y'all to be scared. You all have basically, not all of y'all, but enough of y'all, the trolls for sure. Y'all think that you're second-class citizens to white people. So if you think that, then maybe that's the reason why there's so many issues out in the streets. Everything is, y'all are obsessed with white people. Granny, by her logic, we should just hang it up as Black people. Exactly. This is the most ignorant ass-ish I've heard in all of my existence. Exactly. But clearly there's people that think it all makes sense because that's what, not you, boo, but that's what they think of themselves. Y'all, if y'all think that you're second to white people, then what the fuck were the ancestors fighting for that y'all always want to bring up? If you all think that you're second to white people, that's a you problem. That's on y'all. That's where you lie. And that's why there's so many people that go along with this bullshit. She sounds ignorant as fuck. How in the hell, as 13% of the population, do you think that you don't get involved with white people? So you're going to go ahead and paint every white person with the same brush. Then when they do it to you, you're mad. There's not this many people that's suffering through all this racism the way that y'all be trying to put it out here. There's no way you are. You want to take on other people's trauma so bad and be victims and downtrodden. One, that's crazy to think after all the ancestors. Two, if you are a Christian or you at least believe in the Bible of some sort, if you are at least an old school black from the 70s, ain't no way that you think this makes sense. Now, maybe they thought that back then, but you telling me in 2026, this is where y'all at? This is where y'all at? But y'all still working for these white institutions? Unless you're working for somebody black, of course. So shout out to y'all. So you're telling me that so this is how y'all feel, but y'all be out here bigging up all the black women who are married to or having relationships with white men. How does that work? How does that get rectified? How does that get rectified? Is that in the code? Because I'm a little bit confused. I'm not second to no motherfucking body. Y'all go ahead and be second all the fuck you want to. Y'all worried about what other people think. I do not worry about what other people think. Because guess what? They ain't going to be man or woman enough to say to my motherfucking face, specifically at work. Because you know what will happen then? I'm going to get paid from that job, okay? So they can think it. They can think it all they want to. They won't say it, I promise you that. Y'all too busy being scared of white people, and that explains so much. And that's why people like Ben and Al can run around here and say all this stuff that don't make no sense, have no information, fan the flames of racism, have y'all scared because y'all already think that you're a second-class citizen. She said, I'm gonna play it again though, but she said they didn't teach their kids to be black. So because they happen to live in the deep South, as people keep saying, and they were successful in the deep South. The mother is a doctor. The son was doing wonderful things and he was leading a wonderful life by all accounts. So because of this, which no one has any information confirmed, nothing. That means all white people are bad and black people ain't shit if they choose to deal with white people in any sort of a way. So I want all these people that are saying this to get the fuck on out here and start calling out all these celebrities that they admire and tell them that they got to get divorced today. And you can start with Don Lemon. You can start with Don Lemon because he goes home to a white man every night. If this is what y'all really believe, I want to see some action behind these statements that y'all keep saying, that y'all keep putting out here. And then the dumbasses that come through trying to act like I'm crazy because I don't listen to foolishness. She sounds absurd. Absurd. You can think that you're second to anyone if you want to. But the interesting part about that is there's enough women, because I know there's a lot of women, that will say that shit. But when it comes to a black man, you're going to definitely tell him that you above him, that you're going to tell him what to do, that you ain't shit. So you got all this smoke for those people that you don't talk to. Then you over here with your own damn people, specifically with relationships, men and women. You got no problem with saying that black man ain't shit. He ain't do shit. He ain't about shit. He ain't going to be shit. You can say that with your chest. And make sure you tell him every day. And make sure he knows it every single second of the day. Now all of a suddenly is, you ain't teaching your kids and we can't be around white people. And you think that you remember you're second to white people. Remember you second to white people. That's insane. That's insanity.
When will black people recognize that your child is not white?
When will you recognize that your child is not white? Pretty sure as soon as they come outside, we can see that the child is not white. Maybe it's just me. Pretty sure we can see that. Just like we can see that, Nolan's mother is not only black. We can see that, but y'all don't want that to be questioned. But you'll let someone like this come out and say the stupid ass statement. Y'all abiding by it. Nikki says she understands. Well, good. I'm glad y'all understand. I'm glad y'all get it. That's why y'all can stay over there and we're gonna be over here. This is why we need to separate. Because I don't deal with ignorant ass people that's gonna say some dumb shit like this. In the United States of America? So y'all really are scared then?
So I posted a video about this individual, and I did not speak how I normally speak because I'm just tired of the whole conversation. I'm not gonna keep speaking up for young Black men who don't even date young Black girls.
So now the line is that you have to, so do what I say. So now you have to date young Black girls in order for, potentially, we only talking about Tatiana right now, but potentially, if this Black woman feels that way, then the 92% are somewhere close behind. Maybe not all, but enough. So now if you don't date young Black girls, you ain't shit, and we ain't fighting for you. Not me. I'm not fighting for nobody, but we ain't fighting for you is what she's saying. Imagine that. But as soon as Bronny brought out his white girlfriend, because that's who's in his environment for where he lives at, they got all the smoke in the world. I want them, if they want me to believe any of this and follow it, I want them to call out the celebrities and tell them to get divorced today. Give up all these white people because it's dangerous. Y'all freely allowing Don Lemon to come out here and talk. He been talking all day, half the night about this over and over and over again. I don't see nobody calling his ass out. When y'all gonna call him out? I'm confused. I don't understand. This is why I have a hard time with the code, because he most definitely has somebody white in his bed on a nightly basis. No problem with that? No issue with that? Okay. Come on, y'all.
I'm not going to keep speaking up for people, for Black women or women in general who have Black children and you don't raise them to be Black and they think that they're white.
Yeah. So now she's saying, now she's talking about the mother in this case. But y'all okay with that? Y'all ain't got a problem with that? The mother is raising her Black son to be white, and she got a problem with that. Now, how the hell it is that you raising him to be white? Oh, yeah, because you're around white people, because they've done what they needed to do in order to have a step up in life. I'm telling you, there's too many Black people that do not like that there are successful Black people. There are too many Black people that want all Black people to be downtrodden, poor, in the hood, in ghettos, got problems, money problems. I'm telling you, that's what it is. They don't even want people to do better. They want them to stay down. That's dangerous to Black people to have someone that thinks that way. So you know how they say crabs in the barrel mentality? If this ain't it, then I don't know what is. If this ain't it, I don't know what is. Because we watch Baltimore all the time. Their test scores suck. The kids can't read. They had the one kid who was the valedictorian with a .013 grade point average and had to pull him back. And the mother is like, I don't understand. So by her logic, she wants your children, your Black children, to go to a school like that just so that you can be around Black people and you know what it means to be Black. So in order to know what it means to be Black, you got to be poor, you got to be downtrodden, you got to live amongst the commoners, I shall call them. And if you're doing better, if your parents are doing better and you don't have to live like that, then you're the problem. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing.
Disrespectfully, we cannot keep supporting people who allow their children to think that they're equal to white people.
We cannot support people who allow their children to think that they're equal to white people. Black people, are y'all unequal to white people? That's the question. How many of y'all are unequal to white people? Anybody? Anyone? Are y'all unequal to white people? Are y'all below white people? I'm talking to Black people right now. Are y'all below white people? Is that where you fit in society? Is that you are below white people? Answer the question, please. Whoever, Black people. Me too, Mark, me too. Okay, well, clearly Bobby is one of them. So there you go. So clearly, probably LTM. You know, if that's where you think you are, then that's fine. Be there. But it looks like the normal people are saying no. Well, Yvette feels that way. Well, then see, these are the people that I don't need to know and not be around. Definitely not. Y'all don't need y'all. I mean, I guess you know what you're saying. You know your life. You know your life. Wow. 2026 going into 2027. Wow. That's absolutely not true. Have you been to New York? That's absolutely not true. Have you been to New York? Some of y'all need to get out of the towns you was born in because it's showing that you've never left. And just because you go over the state line to go to the grocery store, that don't count. Y'all need to get out. Y'all don't even need to touch grass. Y'all got to get out of the places that you was born because clearly there's a lot of people that don't go nowhere. People in New York, there's a plenty of Black people who have money in New York that hire nannies. What are y'all talking about? Hell, you can even see that shit on TV. Lord help your people. Wow. Oh shit, my bad. Chris, thank you, honey. Said it's been propagated for decades. The only real Black people are from the hood and have records, especially with Black men. I grew up on a farm. Well, shout out to you. You probably know how to milk a cow. That sounds like I want to do that. I don't like the funk of a farm, but I think I want to learn how to milk a cow. I love to ride horses. I guess that's not Black because I was fortunate enough to not grow up in a hood amongst drugs, amongst a New Jack City type of life. And that's why I guess people have always said that I'm white because I was not in the hood. Instead of being thankful and grateful. See, I don't understand how that works though, y'all. Hold on a second. How does that work? Because y'all most certainly idolize these celebrities. Do y'all say anything about the celebrities that leave? Because Jay-Z definitely was in the streets, just to use him as an example, who just sold out 3 shows. In them streets selling, mind you. And now is he a billionaire, y'all? Between them both, they gotta be billionaires. Between him and Beyonce, right? Y'all don't hate them? Y'all don't hold them to that. Do you think that Jay-Z thinks that he's second to white people? Do you think that Beyonce thinks that she is second to white people? Wow. And then you have people to say this like that's gonna hurt me. Child, that don't hurt me. You are showing who you are, which is crazy to think that in 2026 this is where y'all stand. That's why you need this win so bad with these cases. That's why y'all need a win so bad in your life that you allow these people to grift in your face. Wow, it all makes sense now. Because you know you're never gonna become much because you think you're second to white people. I wish the fuck I would ever say some shit like that. I wish the fuck I ever would say some shit like that. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Y'all think that could be part of the problem why there's so many people that aren't able to progress? They won't learn anything. They won't, Tanisha, they won't ask for any help. They won't seek any help, but they put all their energy and effort in listening to Al and Ben and waiting for them to make something happen so that they can say, yeah, we took you damn white people. We took you damn white. Oh my God, that's why the OJ thing was such a thing. Did y'all know damn well y'all wasn't thinking about no damn OJ Simpson prior to him in that situation? Y'all wasn't nobody thinking about OJ Simpson since, y'all, what did he do? He was a football player in the 70s? I think in the 70s. It's Airplane. Last thing anybody thought about OJ for was the Airplane movies. Come on now. Stop this. I know he's a Heisman winner and he played football, but the last thing that OJ was famous for was Airplane. Okay? Trying to become an actor. So then when that happened with Nicole, a white woman, and he got off, that's why everybody was jumping for joy. Oh yeah, we won, taking on them rich ass people's problems. Thank you, Chris. Jay-Z is worth 2.5 billion and Beyonce is worth 1 billion. I don't see y'all be carrying on about how much money. Oh, was it the Naked Gun? Okay, maybe it was the Naked Gun. Thank you for that correction. I don't see y'all carrying on about the billions and the billions with Beyonce and Jay-Z. Beyonce's about to probably go on tour, and y'all gonna be right there. Chris Brown currently is on tour. Y'all sold out all 10 of his meet and greets at $2,500 a pop. Usher tickets. Wow, this is an eye-opening situation with this Nolan Wells thing. God help y'all, child. That's all I got. God help y'all. If you think being black, based off of what she's saying, means that you have to be downtrodden or amongst only black people, living in hoods, living around only black people, only dealing with black people, enjoy that. Enjoy that. Whew, Lord help your people.